Hi, so today I am coming to update you guys. It's my 6-week post-op update, and first of all, I'll start with saying that I am down 35 pounds. I have actually been kind of like fluctuating between 187 and 186, but this morning I did get on the scale and it was 185. So that makes me officially down 35 pounds. So yeah, feeling pretty good. Still feel like I'm in a learning phase of, just the post-op, from having the weight loss surgery. So food-wise, I'm now on the soft food phase, and during this phase, I can actually start adding in other foods as I feel comfortable and ready for them. And again, it's definitely a learning phase. I mean, some things one day might be okay to eat, and then the next day I try to eat the same thing, and just depending on how my body is feeling, the same food may not, agree with my new stomach the next day. So I've tried part of a hamburger. That was okay, in small bites. I did take off the top thicker piece of the bun. So I feel like that helped. I've had salad, and I know a lot of people say that they have a hard time, being able to eat and digest salad, but so far so good, and I like salad, so I was really happy that, that did agree with me. I'm still eating lots of yogurt just in order to get my protein in, and I should still be doing a protein shake, so I am also struggling with, getting all my protein in, because I don't know if, everyone is aware of this right now, but Premier Protein is what I was using pre-op and then post-op, and I guess they had a lawsuit where the protein, or, as far as the nutrition, what they were printing on their label, was not accurate throughout the batch of, the products. So in the beginning, it might have this amount of protein and nutrients, and then mid-batch it would have this amount in it, and so on and so forth throughout the batch, and it would fluctuate. So I guess, there was a lawsuit against them, and yeah, so ever since they reformulated, I believe, there was like a shortage on the shelves. Like some stores were completely out, and other stores, like, you could only find certain flavors, whatnot. And since they brought it back, I do not like the Premier Protein anymore. I used to really love it with my coffee. I would do like a half a cup of coffee with a half a cup of the shake, and whatever they reformulated in there, I don't know what it was, but to me, it tasted like drinking like some kind of a chemical taste or aftertaste, and ugh. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at food wise. And then for my vitamins, I'm supposed to be on a multivitamin, which you take 2 a day, and it's just a chewable. I don't have any problems with the chewable vitamin. However, the iron is a pill, and that I'm supposed to be taking twice a day also, and that is harder to, number one, get down, but then even once you take it, I was struggling with, just this really heavy feeling in my stomach. When I first started taking it, it actually came back up on me, like the first time I took it, and then slowly over the last 4 or 5 weeks, every week gets better. So this week I am more on track with getting in the multi and then the iron. The iron was the one that I was really struggling with. And then, you know, you can only have, you're not supposed to have calcium with your iron, but then you also want to take your vitamins, whether it's the multi or the iron, you want to take it with food. So, you know, also trying to figure out what to take with what vitamin at what time, because you want to space out like the multi and then the iron, because again, you know, the multi does have calcium in it, and you don't want those two things together because it makes it harder for the iron to absorb. So, you know, you have to wait 2 hours in between those, and then yeah, I was just really struggling with that. But like I said, it's getting better, so I'm happy for that. And like last week, and you know, prior to that, I was really struggling with my energy, you know, being tired throughout the day, you know, needing a nap, just low energy overall, going to bed early. And I feel like getting that iron in, that really is, you know, that's made a difference. So, you know, that's good. And then another thing that I wanted to talk about is, I don't know if anybody else out there who's had weight loss surgery has had this happen to them, but so this didn't happen or start when I was in the hospital, but it was like literally the day that I came home. So 2 days post-op, or was the third day post-op because I was there 2 nights. I started my period. So if you're a guy, you can probably, you know, fast forward through this part if you don't want to hear this girly talk. But yeah, so I got my period. It was like 3 days post-op, and then it was just like a normal period. It lasted about 5 days, even though, you know, this was not the time that I should have gotten my cycle. It was probably about 2 weeks early. And then you know, so it was about 5 days long, and then it stopped for a few days, and then started again for another 5 days. And mind you, each time that I was starting cycles post-op, I mean, they were very heavy, very, very heavy. So again, about 5 days, and then it would stop again for a few days. So I'm 6 weeks post-op, and I'm already on my 4th cycle. I mean, this is ridiculous. And that's probably a big part of the reason why I was feeling so low energy, and why the iron supplement is helping so much, just because of me losing all those nutrients through my, you know, blood, and having, you know, a 5-day cycle out of 10 days. So 8 to 10 days. Yeah. Again, my 4th cycle now in 6 weeks. So yeah, this stinks. I know that they say, you know, since we're losing weight, that, you know, there's hormones that are stored in your fat that are being released into your body. And I'm guessing, I really don't know the science behind it, but I'm just going to guess that that is probably the reason why, for like the hormonal change, and why that's happening. Yeah. So, the only other thing I probably want to talk a little bit about is maybe just like my clothes. And I don't know if you can see, but like this shirt, I mean, honestly, like whatever, I'm going to pick up my kid from school, and then I'll come home and change and put on, you know, like my work clothes, because I have to work in a couple of hours. But my clothes are all starting to get too big. Like, I was in a size 2X top, and then on the bottom, like an extra large or a size 16, 18. And on the top, you know, a 2X is like, I think an 1820, I think. So yeah, like the 2Xs pretty much are all either too big or just like really baggy on me on top. And then my bottoms, my pants, either they don't fit or like they're getting really loose. So last week I did go out and stop and buy a couple of items at the Goodwill, and you know, I think I did a video on that, and like my 5-week post-op check-in, I did record a video, but I'm not really sure what happened. I tried editing it, and then once I finished editing it and went back to like post it onto YouTube, the video was gone. So I don't know. I must have somehow deleted it. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I think that's about it for now. I hope you're doing great, and I will catch up with you soon. Thanks. Bye.